Grand Rising, all kings and queens, all gods and goddesses, all beautiful people. I am Be Floss to God, and this morning I just want to talk briefly about how often you should use affirmations and imaginal acts, right? How often you should use affirmations and imaginal acts. No, how often you should use affirmations and imaginal acts. Only you know the answer to that, right? Because you do it until you feel satisfied, until you no longer crave or desire your that goal that you want to achieve. Right? You have the desire at first, but as long as you keep persisting in setting that intention, that it just comes to a point where you no longer desire it, you no longer crave it. Right? It becomes like second nature to you. Right? It's like you already experienced it already. Right? So if you wake up in the morning and you set your intentions, whether through affirmations or scripting or imaginal acts, and you set that intention, right? And after you set that intention, you feel satisfied, and you go about your day. And for the rest of the day, like you don't have no contradicting thoughts or anything. You still feel satisfied, and you feel calm and you feel at peace, right? Then there's no there's no need to do the act again or set the intention again. But I mean, it's up to you, right? Because you can do it as many times as you want, right? As long as you don't do it out of anxiety or desperation, like clinging on to it, right? It's totally up to you. Okay, there's no limitations when it comes to manifesting, right? But what you can do is before you go to bed at night, though, right? Even though you go through the day, and you don't have no contradicting thoughts or anything like that, before you go to bed at night, always go to bed with positive thoughts, right? Now, if you're a person, though, right, like you set your intentions, but then say like couple minutes after, you know, you go back to having those contradicting thoughts again, right? But then you will go back now and do your affirmations or scripting or imaginal acts or whatever it is that you do, right? Do it as many times as you can to cancel out those opposite, those contradicting thoughts, because you want your most dominant thoughts to be that of being in the state of the wish fulfillment, already having your desire, right? So again, it's up to you how many times, how often you use your affirmations and how often you do your imaginal acts and your scripting. For me personally, in my experience, I do it every single day. Sometimes multiple times a day, sometimes just once a day, sometimes twice a day, right? But I make sure I persist in it every single day, and I don't persist in it out of worry and doubt. I just do it like for the fun of it and just do it until it actually hardens into fact. Because some people say, they set intentions for something and then they miss the mark, right? So just so that I don't miss the mark, right? Even though you can set the intention once and totally forget about something and it will manifest. Me, I just like to be on the safe side, so I do it every single day, right? I've manifested multiple things, but there's still one or two things that haven't showed up as yet, right? And it's a whole year, right? But I'm not discouraged. I see these signs like on a regular basis, and I'm not just only dependent upon signs, but I'm doing it until it actually hardens into fact. I know it is already done, right? But I still continue to persist in it every single day, even though it's up to a year now and I haven't seen anything in the physical reality as yet. I'm still persisting in it every single day. I don't know how to give up. At least not that easy. I don't stop until I get what it is that I desire and what it is that I want. If I really, really want it and I set my mind on it, I have to have it. It's mine. I don't care what nobody says or what the world says or what circumstances says. It's what I say. Right? So how often? It's up to you. You could do it once a day if you feel satisfied. You could do it twice a day if that's comfortable to you, or you could do it multiple times a day. If you're the type of person, your days are hectic, right? When you wake up in the morning, like there's no excuses. When you get up, find that time, just to say your affirmations or your scripting or whatever. Do it to set the intention, right? Set the intention for what it is you want. Make yourself feel good so when you go throughout the rest of the day now, you know, at least you still have that little spark within. Even if like later on during the day something might um something might piss you off or whatever, or you might have contradicting thoughts or whatever. if you could find time that you could ease in the bathroom or something and do your affirmations again or whatever it is that you do, right? That would be great too as well. Any little time, if you're in traffic, you could say your affirmations there or do whatever it is you got to do. If you're in the line in a queue waiting to be served for any type of reason, you can communicate with yourself. That's the beauty of it. You could close your eyes and communicate with yourself as well. You know, if you're traveling anywhere, you're walking or whatever, but still being focused on what's going on around you. You can still carry on those inner conversations with yourself consciously, right? And set the intention still with your affirmations and what's not, right? So to me, I don't think there's no excuse. That your higher self is you, is within you. You don't have to go anywhere to communicate with it. Wherever you are right now, the toilet, the bath, the shower, wherever you are, your higher self is with you. It's you. The Most High God, the creator, co-creator, the creator. You don't have to go nowhere for it. It's within you. And that's the beauty and the power of it. Right? And one of Neville Goddard's quotes is, I have did it, I am doing it, and I will continue to do it until that which I have done is perfectly externalized in my world. I have done it, I am doing it, and I will continue to do it until that which I have done is perfectly externalized in my world. I have done it, I am doing it, and I will continue to do it until that which I have done is perfectly externalized in my world. Any assumption, though false, when persisted in, will harden into fat. Every seed has its own appointed hour. It ripens and it flowers. If it be long, well then wait, for it is sure, and it will not be late. Those are the words of Neville. And he told you from his own experience, and I'm telling you from my own experience too. So no matter how long it takes, you just stay focused and stay grounded and keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing it and keep persisting in it until it hardens into fat. So if you're doing it and you're seeing the opposite appearing in the 3D reality, well then don't stop. No matter what, don't stop. Even if you're seeing things or nothing, don't stop. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. I am Be Floss to God, sending you love, peace, joy, prosperity, and blessings as usual. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Feel free to click the notification bell as well. Feel free to like, feel free to comment. If you have any questions, feel free. Feel free to share my video as well. Alright? I am Be Floss to God, and do have a blessed day. Alright? Peace and love.